Hello, welcome to Indie Ink Journey. My name is JC Jewel. You can find me on Amazon um, and Walmart, Target, etc. I have two children's book published right now. So I took a break this weekend from doing the indie or the um, NaNoWriMo just to get some breath. Today I'm going to get back to it after I get done with this video. And I do my challenges every day from Monday to Friday at least, and then I take a break over the weekend if I can. But so this weekend during the break, I still wanted to write, and I've done for the last months research on AI programs to help you with writing. I do not use them like some people talk about, where they write the whole article, you do nothing, or you have it supposed to write certain articles and it just throws it onto your website. I don't do that kind of stuff. I use Claudia that's an AI for helping with writers. I used it with a formula I got from a YouTube video. The guy in the YouTube video, I'll leave a link to his page and I'll leave a link to the YouTube video I just used. I thought it was amazing. So with that formula, you download it or you put it onto the thing, made it so it kind of think better with SEO and all this stuff. And it came up, and then I gave it like the subject of my website. So then it would come up with like the subtitles for my website or subjects of my website, and then it came up with I think there was another formula you put in. He has two you can download, and then you put that in, and then it used the title and subtitle or whatever to it, whatever we're going to talk about, and it used that to go over come up with keywords for every article and titles for every article, and then it kind of came up with and with the subject of the articles, or the titles of the articles and subject of the articles, it came up with ones that were informational articles, and then there were articles that were affiliate articles. So there were ones that where you can make money, and ones that were just informational. Because in these videos I've watched from this guy, it's like Adam something, and I will leave a link to his last YouTube video that I think related to this, that I watched before I started all this, because it was a while. I researched for a while, and then I'll leave a link to his page. But he had said something about like he had used that stuff to come up with all that. So I used Claudia to do that, and I thought that was pretty good. Came up with a lot of subjects for, like I said, for the articles, and then keywords for the articles, and then subjects for affiliate articles, because he had pointed out, you can't just keep throwing in affiliate articles. You have to throw in informational articles, and then like for every couple of informational articles, you throw in an affiliate article. So you do more information than you do affiliate. But by doing it, if you use AI or you can get it yourself, you can do this. After doing Claudia to get the ideas and titles and keywords and all that shit, I used GPT or ChatGPT to do the outline. So I gave it the title that I picked, and it was really good. The title of my new article was Managing Personal Care After a Seizure, because my website is called Weird Mind Warrior, and Weird Mind goes with epilepsy. I am diagnosed with epilepsy. I've had it since I was 8 years old, and so it's kind of like this is my journey, and I can drive, I can do all kinds of stuff now, and it's kind of under control. But I figured, why not help people on the same journey? Because I figured that would be, you know, that'd be the thing for me to do. I felt like if I'm doing better, why don't I help other people see if they can do better, or just cheer them up? Because I needed that. Boy, I was having the seizures all the time. Anyways, so the Chat GPT made the outline. It wasn't a very informational outline. It was just kind of what you could have in it, or what was good for CEO paragraphing and stuff. And so that worked pretty well. So I took that outline, and like I said, it wasn't like, oh, you should write this or write about this article or this subject only, and it gave you kind of like just very short descriptions of like a friendly idea for the topics of subjects of like sections of your article, blog article. So I use that, I wrote the whole thing. Then I used Grammarly to help with editing. I also use Microsoft because so Grammarly fixes a lot of stuff. I use Microsoft to fix stuff, but then my Microsoft Word has a part in it that will read it out loud back to me. And if you have a subscription to Microsoft, you can also pick like different voices instead of like the computer kind of voices. I can't remember what kind of voice it was under, but it's a pretty nice voice. So it's more easier to just sit there and think or listen to it and not get irritated with the voice. But I use that to edit it. So even though Grammarly and all those guys make it so it's spelled right and all this other stuff, sometimes because it's an AI, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. I mean, even people aren't perfect. But then I'll use the Microsoft to read it out loud to me because then I will catch when things don't work right, when they don't sound right. That's when I know there's something that needs to be changed. And like there's plenty of times I have to listen to it, like I don't know how many times over a point apart because it just something's not feeling right about what it's saying, and then I will finally catch on to like, hey, yeah, it was 100%. This was what was wrong. So that's how I edit. So it turned out good. I posted it on my website, which I said was weirdmindwarrior.com. The article should be up now. Again, it's called Managing Personal Care After a Seizure. And it covers all the things like what do you do after a seizure to stay healthy? What are some things, the key things that you need to worry about? What are the key resources you need that can help you? What are some things like things you can have at home or do that are helpful? And what are things to have at home and prepared so that way, like, because in epilepsy you have seizures, who knows when, and you can have them constantly or you can have them, every week, once a week or something. So sometimes it's just, and depending on what your seizures are like, I had tonic-clonic seizures, which in the old days was called grand mal seizures. And those ones, they have a whole thing to them, so you kind of have to have your house set for that. If you're gonna have a floor, you gotta, if you have a choice, have a floor that's thick carpet, so like when you hit it, it's not really bad because you'll fall, grand mal, you fall down and just, grand mal, you just fall down to the ground and, have the seizure when it's a grand mal seizure. But anyways, that's just me. But yeah, so this AI worked really good, I think. I'm gonna try to do it more often with just the articles and stuff, because it was like in one day, even with research I did all, watching things to make sure I did it right and all that stuff, I was able to get the article completely done and posted, set timer set for it to be posted. So I figure if I don't have to do all the educational things while I'm doing it to make sure I do it right, if I have it so I kind of already know how it works, that'll work great on making it so I can come up with more stuff. I did copy a lot of things off of the Claudia that were like the subjects and titles and all that, like keywords and stuff, and I put that on a Microsoft Word page, so that way I kind of have record of what are titles that would work for me, because it was really good on being specific of what titles worked. Anyways, yeah, so my plan is to try and do that like weekly. I don't have to have an article every week. I was thinking, a couple times a week I make an article, like twice a week or something, and then maybe post one article every other week, or if like I do 2 weekends and I have 4 articles, have it so like the following Monday and the next Monday is 2 articles per week. And that would make it so like I could have 2 articles per week, and then have it so like there's a whole thing of like out of the 4 articles that'll be posted, be done, have 2 posted this week, and then the next week 2 other ones, and one of them could be the affiliate article, because that would be 3 articles that were informational articles and one's an affiliate article. And the plan is to have it so that's my source of income, because this channel is about writing, and I'm doing the NaNoWriMo challenge, but I plan to have it so like this affiliate stuff And these information articles that I love doing anyways because I like to help people. I am technically a peer recovery specialist, um, which, if you don't know peer support, I'll leave a link to a peer support site or articles about it. But it's a good thing for your mental health. It has to do with mental health or addiction recovery. You're a person who's ever a peer support is someone who's recovered from addiction or mental health, and they use their experience in support of someone who's on the road to recovery. So I did that because, along with epilepsy, I also have bipolar, and I've had things of like bullying and all this other stuff that had a mental effect on me. So I use that, my experience of recovering from that or having it under control, in that. And so that's another thing. That's why I write about mental health. Like, so Weird Mind Warrior covers mental health and epilepsy, or having mental health with epilepsy. So I find that as, because that way it relates to me. I like that it's this whole blog is an article, a whole subject that I can relate to, so it's easier for me to be personal about it and not so like, because some people write stuff that have to do just with like certain products and stuff. Their whole thing will be commercial. There will be no use to it besides, and they might not have any personality to it. It might be a complete, just a subject they like, but they get so narrow, it's crazy. Yeah. So with that help, that's why I'm a peer support too. But yeah. And then here's I keep rambling. I ramble. But I want to use the AI after I'm having all these articles. I can do this really. I want to see about coming up with some names and stuff, and then I want to make an ebook about epilepsy and like recovering and stuff. And I'm going to use the AI to try and figure out what to title it and all that stuff, and then I'll work with ChatGPT to see about outlining it, because I don't plan on having a long one. I want it to be like a short one, because the plan is, so Weird Mind Warrior, I plan to get people to subscribe for the email listing, because as far as I understand, with all the social media and all this other stuff, you can get kicked off, it can be taken care of, it can be done. Like Twitter almost fell to pieces after it was bought, now it's X, whatever. So you have to be careful on where you have your information or how you keep in touch with your customers or the people that you want to keep in touch with. So I'm trying to make an email list. Well, the key thing to that was you can't really do anything, like if you're gonna have an email list, well, why would someone sign up? I mean, I know personally, unless there's an offer on something or some reason I want to get to something, and then I'll sign an email just so I can get that, or I sign up because I want to read the emails and stuff. You have to kind of have a prize or a thing that makes it so people want to do it. And in this journey, the first nonfiction I want to do with the help of ChatGPT for the outline is I want to make it a short nonfiction help book, and then I'm going to have that. So like if you go to my website, the thing comes up that says, hey, you want to sign for this? I'm going to put in there, you get a free ebook with the title of the book if you give me your email. And then when you get to the email, I'll send out the first email with a link to where you can download the title or download the nonfiction. And then the idea is, besides me as JC Jewel on Amazon selling like nonfictions, I'm going to put in there that I also sell fictional or nonfiction. That'll be like another subject on my categories, and I'm gonna have that as that'll be kind of my product to sell on Weird Mind Warrior website. So then I have a self-help book you get for just emailing, and then I'll make another book that has to do with that nonfiction, and I'll kind of put that in there, and then just to put it out there. And my novels that I'm writing have like they're mystery or they're science fiction and stuff, but like if you kind of break them down into it, you'll notice there's a lot related to like mental health or recovery and stuff with certain characters, and it kind of goes around that kind of stuff. Some characters doing something, some characters diagnosed with something, some character is recovering for something. It's kind of it's there, you notice it. So I thought that was interesting. So as a peer support, I'm writing about mental health. So in the articles following, besides my nonfictions that I want to make, besides the one you get, and then maybe another one that I make, I'm also going to leave a link to, or I'm going to have like a thing about some books that are nonfiction, but you can relate with in mental health. But the email is going to be set more on articles that I write for the website and any of the nonfiction books I make. And I have an email list for my John C. Jewell website, which will be for nonfiction. I will put in there the fiction, or it's going to be a fictional one with the novels and stuff. Right now, that website has 2 children's books. It doesn't publish it itself, but it does go to like Amazon, Walmart, all that stuff to buy them. Yeah, so I'm rambling on about my future. But yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to have the nonfiction to help with epilepsy and stuff be around maybe 15,000, 20,000 words, only like 10 pages or 100 pages or less, and maybe 15 chapters or something. Just keep it not too big because it's just a download, and then that'll be the book. And so this channel, obviously, I'm going to let you know how the novel goes and the NaNoWriMo month goes. But I'm also going to fill you in on how this nonfiction works with the articles I'm writing, and like if there's any change in like magically I have an income from affiliate links and stuff, and that starts working. I am doing research on other affiliate programs. So like if for some reason with Amazon I can't, because you have a time period, if you don't make 3 sales and they're not good enough for something, or get 3 incomes from affiliates, then they kick you off. So I'm doing research on finding other ways to get affiliates to go with it, and that's a whole nother subject. I'll talk a little bit about that research, but the plan is to, if Amazon goes off, I have other sources to like replace where those ads are at, so then that way I still have the income from affiliate on that has to do with that stuff, even though it's not with Amazon anymore. Because there's plenty of websites that you can still link it to products and stuff without having to do Amazon. And like I said, I'm going to go over that in the future. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.